living there, and that usually come out to about $4 a day is what I got for doing all that work, $4 a day.
And you lived at this person's house?
Yes, I did. And his name was Donald Bolton. He lived across a section from my dad, is where he lived. And then I worked there for about a year, and then the Army recruiter come along. And then Alan Bullerman and I decided we were getting tired.
Who was?
What?
Alan is your cousin?
Alan was my cousin, that's right, Alan Bullerman. So we decided to enlist in the Army. We were gonna get drafted anyway, so. So anyway, we joined the Army, went to California for our basic training. They flew us out there for some reason. And we thought we were going to Vietnam, but for some reason there was 6 of us. They loaded on a plane and flew us to Germany, which was really a blessing because I didn't want to go to war anyway. But one thing I had on the way over there, when we left McGuire Air Force Base, we were flying over there and the engine blew up on the plane over the Atlantic. And we were diverted to the Azore Islands, out in the middle of the Atlantic or off of Portugal anyway. So we landed there for a couple days and they put on a new engine. We flew to Frankfurt. And then I spent almost 30 months right in the same place in Germany. So we toured Germany, and while I was there, and we went to Sweden and Denmark and Belgium and Holland and France. And so I got to see a lot of the country, though. It was interesting. So I was there for 3 years and drank a little beer and chased a few Fraulines. And then I got on the boat and come back. That was an experience which was kind of nice. It was 12 days, I think, to cross the Atlantic. We gone on to Bremerhaven, Germany, and then we come right into New York. We went right by the Statue of Liberty. And I was discharged at Fort Hamilton, New York. And then Alan and I flew from there to Minneapolis. We took
So your
bus.
cousin got
He was
out at the exact same time
exact
as you?
same time.
And he
Yeah.
went to Germany with you?
He was over there too, yeah, but in a different place. Yeah, he was in a different place. But we weren't too far apart, probably 35 miles. And so then when I got back there, we went to Minneapolis, took the bus to Adrian. My folks picked me up. And then there was no jobs around at that time, so I decided to go to barber school. And anyway, in the meantime, that's when I met Grandma. We were just driving
Time out on the
around.
barber school.
No,
What
about that
crossed your
same
mind?
time.
You see a brochure, or is there someone you knew, or
Well,
what possessed you to be a
that,
barber?
My great uncle was a barber in Adrian. I don't know why I ever decided to be a barber, because he was as poor as a church mouse. He didn't have nothing. I don't know.
A little bit, the schooling didn't last very long,
Yeah,
and he didn't have the money for a lot of schooling.
yeah, so you
Needed
pay
to
for
get
that.
back working.
So then anyway, that's how I met Grandma. Alan and I, my cousin Alan and cousin Bill, were out riding around one time, just scooting around. We went over to Laverne and we met these 3 girls that had been to CCD, right? Yeah.
CYO.
Okay, close enough. But anyway, we just give them a ride, and Nyla was with my cousin Bill, and I thought, boy, she's a nice girl, you know. And so I called her up for a date, and she was willing to go along. And so
How'd
time
you
went
get her
on.
number?
How'd I get her number?
Yeah.
I don't really know, to be honest with you, how I ever got her number. But anyway, then,
Probably through Alan, because Alan was going with this friend of mine that I was with that night.
yeah, it could be. I don't
So
remember
probably
how
got
I
my
got the
name and
number.
everything, or my dad's name through him.
So anyway, we dated off and on. Then I took her to the farm and met my folks. And one thing that really convinced me, my mother really liked Nyla, you know, for some reason.
Why not?
But anyway, she had a stroke about that time, and she couldn't say a whole lot. But she says, "That's the girl you ought to marry. She's a nice girl." And my mother was always a good judge of people's character. So she was really good to me. She said, "Marry that girl," so I married her, and we're still together. That's pretty good, ain't it? Yeah, we're still together, yes. But no, but other than that, we lived in Alta. And that's where Roger was born.
I just turned 18.
When he
No,
was shot.
when he was shot, I was 17, yeah. Yeah, I would have turned 18 when I graduated. By the time the next,
So real bad.
yeah,
68
because
before
Johnson
you were
was
there.
in there for how long?
Several
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, so I was,
So yeah, yours would have been 68, so it would have been Nixon or free in
Yep.
'68. If you voted for your Minnesotan.
I don't remember who I voted for. Back when, with Kennedy, you got off the
I was,
ship.
just got into New York.
Oh,
That
okay,
time I
when
was
you were coming
discharged.
back, that's when it happened?
And, yeah, we got on a bus there after I was discharged to go to the airport. And just as we had picked up a couple of nuns on the way to the airport, and they said that Kennedy had been shot. That was in November of '63, I believe, right?
So you were in New York City?
Yeah, it was in New York City when that happened. Yep, New
Just
York
being
City.
discharged.
Yep,
No.
just got discharged, yes.
So what other historical events ring a bell for you? I mean, recent or not? I mean, what's ones that,
Yeah, really stand out?
yeah,
Well, I don't know. I can't think of anything right offhand that really stood out. No, just my military service. I did do that. Defended the country, so you all have good living today on my account.
Without bullets in Germany.
Yeah. I like being in the Army. I never shot at nobody and nobody shot at me, so that was a good place to
time
be, right?
in the Army. Yeah.